Hey guys, my name is Nick. If you don't know me, I am a full-time college student and as close to a full-time reseller that you can be while being a full-time college student. But I just recently did a video about 5 styles that I think are super hot and trendy for summer that you should be picking up to stock your Poshmark online stores or just wear in general. So now it is time for me to talk about 5 styles or trends that I think you should be avoiding at all costs, either to wear or to pick up and buy to sell in your Poshmark or eBay stores. Now, for this video, I'm just going to put a big asterisk right here. All of these things have exceptions. Some of these things, if you see them, it shouldn't be like a definitive, like, no, that's garbage, put it back. Some of these things can be good, and I will try to do my best to clarify when I talk about each one what's good and what's bad, but some of them are just bad, man. I am outside again today because the lighting in my normal place where I take videos, which is my bedroom, is a little funky in the evening, so I am on my front porch. It is very nice out, so if you hear random noises of children screaming or biking or scootering or dogs barking, that would be why. But I have my AirPods in to try to reduce the noise a little bit, but it doesn't always help a ton, but they're doing their best. Anyway, getting into it, I have my list, I have my Le Croix, and I'm ready to go. So the first thing on my list that I think is going out, actually I think it's already out, but I'm going to talk about it anyway, for summer 2020 is cold shoulder tops or sweaters or blouses. And what I mean by cold shoulder, if you don't know, is those pieces of clothing that quite literally have the shoulders cut out of them. It may be a long sleeve top or a blouse or a sweater, and it'll have a cutout so where your just shoulder is exposed. Yeah, I was never a fan of this one to begin with, but I am happy to report, unless you like it, that I'm sad to report that they are out. They had a moment. They really did for 2 summers, 2 years. The cold shoulders, the cutout like choker necklines, they all were super popular, but I really do think that they are on the out and out, being replaced with more flowy, oversized blouses like I talk about in my last video, that are just like big vintage inspired, menswear inspired pieces rather than these kind of uber feminine, cutout, dainty, sometimes cropped blouses. And it's really kind of interesting because there is a theory of fashion called the erogenous zone theory, which I think this is a prime example of. Side note, if you didn't know, I study retail merchandising, so like buying, and I do a lot of my studies in fashion theory and like what makes things popular in certain time periods or whatever. And one of the major fashion theories is called erogenous zone theory, basically meaning that fashion will go from what you could say like a hypersexualized state, or a state highlighting a part that was once thought of as sexualized on a woman's body, and they'll highlight, like take it back almost. And so the example of the cold shoulder top, of course, shoulders have always, at least in some point in history, been a sexualized part of a woman's body or a intimate part of a woman's body. And so the idea is that they show off that area, the erogenous zone of the body. Same thing happened with T-length dresses in the 1920s and 30s, where before that point in time, showing your ankle was like a moment, and then they were like, well, everybody's going to show off their ankles. Or when crop tops first came into popularity in the 60s and 70s, it actually also would fall into another fashion theory in my mind as well, more so like the stark contrast between what was trendy for a few years, like the cold shoulder tops and stuff like that, and what's trendy now with super oversized masculine suiting inspired blouses. And it's called the pendulum swing theory, where it would go from one extreme to another. This can be seen, I'll talk about this in a minute with one of my other trends, but going from a super feminine, flowy, dainty blouse to a big oversized silk or crepe or cotton blouse that is everything that's the other one's not. Anyway, that's a long time talking about that. Let me get on to the next item that I think is going out. Now this one I'm gonna have to explain because I might have a mob kick down my front door. But my second trend that I think is going out are skinny jeans. Now, some of you might think, what? I wear skinny jeans every day. And that's fine. I don't think skinny jeans in and of themselves are bad. What I think is going out I should refine what I'm saying. I think jeggings are going out of style. Super stretch denim, especially with a low rise. That's not to say that some jegging style jeans do really well. I find that the ones that are catered to a younger crowd actually still sell really well. One of my best-selling brands is American Eagle Outfitters. I can sell their jegging jeans, especially the distressed ones, for $25 to $30 all day long, every day of the year, every year of the decade, every decade of the millennia. But that's besides the point. I think, like I said, low rise, avoid, especially in the skinny style. I think you should avoid low rise in general on anything, even though, God forbid, Y2K is coming back into style, and some really, like, people on the cusp of, like, new trends are kind of going back to low rise, which, no. This isn't, I don't sell on Depop, so that doesn't concern me. What I'm concerned about are mainstream trends, and I see skinny jeans, stretch denim going out of style, being replaced with 100% cotton denim jeans. Very stiff, rigid denim, like that of the 80s and 90s, is really, really popular. Again, as people are really kind of adopting the slow fashion model versus the fast fashion model, and willing to pay more for a good pair of jeans that's going to last a long time. And that's what a good pair of jeans should do. Jeggings you wear for 15 times, you wash them 3 or 4 times, and they pucker. The denim quality is just bad because the elastane in them wears out, and they eventually just lose their shape and lose their style. A 100% cotton pair of jeans just will not do that. They'll shape to your body and become better and better and more comfortable over time. And so that's why I think skinny jeans or jeggings are going out of style, whereas we're seeing a lot of wide leg, straight legs, slim leg, taper leg, boot cut, everything that is in a 100% cotton fabric content and a high rise, doesn't matter the wash, is coming in their place. The next style or trend that I think is out, at least for this summer, are super, super short shorts. Daisy Dukes, if you will. I think super short shorts have been in for 20 years. From the early 2000s, where they were super, super, like, low rise, like, dangerously low rise, to even, like, in the last couple years, where they would have higher rise styles or embellished with jewels or embroidered. I think super short shorts are out, and they have been replaced with midi length shorts, or even Bermuda shorts or biker shorts have been super popular in the last few years, where I think, again, this could fit right into that pendulum swing theory from a very not modest piece of clothing to a very modest piece of clothing. Well, not very modest, but more modest than the other one, being in style. And so I think that kind of also fits into this oversized theme. A lot of these shorts are vintage menswear inspired, so like dad jorts, but make them women's, and that would make them more flattering in a less flattering but still flattering way. I'm just contradicting myself all over the place, so I'm gonna stop there. Super, super shorty shorts are out. Midi shorts are in. My next one is less a style, more well, it's a print. I think geometric prints are out. Period. Like, out. That's not plaid, that's not polka dot, that's not what I mean by geometric print. I mean like chevron, or like octagons, or like, y'all know what I mean. I'll add some pictures when I say geometric prints. But I think really bold lines and stuff are just not, except stripes and plaid, of course, those will never go out. But I think these really bold prints, often in neons or bright colors, are just not it anymore. We're in a place in fashion where neutrals are huge, and that doesn't just include plain solid colors, but I would say natural prints are also huge. So a bold floral, huge right now. A bold color, even neon colors are really big, but I wouldn't say neon prints are very big. Blouses that are textured in the fabric versus textured in the print are really popular, but like I said, I don't think these big geometric prints, especially in bright colors, are popular right now. And don't get me started on printed denim, just don't buy it. My last trend that I think is going away, and I don't know how to feel about this one, because at first I kind of liked it, and then I kind of hated it, and then I kind of liked it again, and then I was indifferent about it, but it definitely did have its moment for a couple years, and that is chunky sneakers. Now, everywhere from high fashion with like the Balenciaga, Triple S, all the way down to the Fila, whatever the hell those things were called, the chonky boys. They have a name that I can't remember. Yeah, it's not coming to me. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the white chunky Filas. They really did have their moment, and I think that is coming to an end very quickly. I don't think it's very out yet, and there are still people in high fashion that are wearing chunky sneakers, and I really think it's chunky sneakers are evolving versus like going away completely, because regardless, there is always going to be a sneaker in trend. It's a very skinny sneaker or a very chunky sneaker, and there's always one of each that is always in trend. Like Converse, which is a very like slim sneaker, is never going to go out. Never going to go out of style. I swear by Converse. I have a lot of Converse, and they will not go out of style. And on the other hand, there are chunky sneakers like Pumas and Reeboks and such that are always going to be in style and won't ever go out of style. People like them too much. And even in like high fashion, there are brands like Prada who are producing new versions of the chunky sneaker that I think are super cool. But I think like the Balenciaga Triple S kind of family in high fashion and the Fila chunky monster sneakers in the streetwear fashion kind of are all, they're going away. Sorry if you like them, but I think they are going out. So those are my 5 trends and or styles that I think are going out for summer of 2020. I hope you like this video. I hope you check out my things that I think are in video. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you really like my content, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I just reached 1,000 subscribers, and I want to reach more of you guys. But I hope you have a great day and a great rest of your week. Bye.